Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon for latest updates.
Sir, can you please inform us about the new admission process that Amrita is going to go through? Because earlier it was only AEEE and now there are many things that have changed. So what is Amrita doing for the new admission process for all the 7 campuses you have, sir?
Okay. I hope you're specific to engineering, right? Engineering, we have 4 campuses.
Yeah.
And as per the prospectus, we had announced that the admission is through the Amrita Entrance Examination Engineering, and we will consider the JEE mains candidates as well as SAT candidates. So basically, we still follow the same with a slight variation that since the environment and the situation is not conducive, what we will do is we will go with the proctored examination. And in the proctored examination, we will take 60% from the proctored exam and we will give weightage to the board marks.
Okay.
We had done a survey and we got almost like 70% of the students wanted to have entrance examination. And because of the reason that they are expecting entrance examination for better performance than the board marks, so we decided to go with the same pattern whatever we had announced, but adding the board marks with the Amrita entrance examination conducted via online.
So if I understand correctly, sir, there will be a proctored examination online.
Yes.
And 60% weight would be for that examination performance and 40% of the board marks.
Yes.
Okay. You also said somewhere, sir, that you actually have an admission process where some are only through AEEE, some only through JEE Main, and some which is with both of them. So can you explain that, sir?
Sir, see, it is completely in favor of the candidates. Okay. It is same as what we did last year. Last year we had one quota for AEEE, okay. Second quota for JEE.
Yeah.
So here, somebody trying through JEE and AEEE, they will have an option of getting a better branch from either of these.
Okay. Okay.
So which means that suppose if my first preference is Coimbatore Computer Science and second preference is Chennai Cyber Security, and initially I am getting through by AEEE I am getting the Chennai seat. But with JEE, it may be possible that I can get my higher preference. Mm-hmm. So it is basically for with regard to the advantage of the students. The students will get a better edge in this. Yeah, that is the difference.
Sir, there is also this thing of when would this campus session start? Did I have a plan for when do you think that the new students will join and start attending the campus, sir?
Basically, what we are expecting is at least by November we should be able to start the on-campus sessions. Mm-hmm. But even that is not yet finalized. The MHRD guidelines and the UGC guidelines or AICT guidelines, we are still waiting to get a final verdict. Because anyway we have decided to start the online classes. And those online classes we are planning to commence in the 3rd week of October. But at the same time, as you doubted, the campus sessions will start maybe only after November, or at least only by next semester.
And sir, because you're starting the session slightly earlier in terms of the admission process being completed early. What would happen to a student who is likely to get into an IIT or an NIT because the JEEs, for the first time, you are actually preceding those examinations and not succeeding those examinations? What happens to those students,
sir? I don't think that we are early. Basically, this year we are early. Last year we did almost like the same way. Exactly. But since we cannot wait till the end of the season or end of the admission closing date as stipulated by AICT, what we will do is we will go by the AICT guidelines. We will certainly reimburse whatever amount is as per the government norms. So refund is still there.
Okay. And sir, because we are also talking of proctored examinations, and proctored examinations comes with its own baggage because in India it's still not perfected. Hopefully in the next couple of years we'll perfect that. what are the measures that Amrita is taking to ensure that there is no cheating by a student in the proctored examination?
See, to a greater extent, I believe that it can be managed with the help of the questions. If we have good questions compared with the usual type of questions asked in the computer-based test or in the written examination, and with the timing 60 minutes and 60 questions and 90 minutes, I think that will to a great extent that will help. But on the other hand, if we take our own semester examinations, our own assessments, when everything goes online, I don't think that we have to think from that point of view. Though there will be certain students who will try to maybe cheat, as you said, and of course we are not completely going with the AEEE. That is why we have put 40% of the board marks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
About allied sciences, sir, I'm now slightly diverging. About allied sciences, you actually have NEET, which is sometime happening in September. So
Yeah.
the entire process is likely to be delayed,
Uh-huh.
right? And Amrita is one of the better universities for most of the allied sciences, right?
Yes.
How would you, and a lot of students take NEET, and if they don't get the right course, then they come down to the allied sciences programs also. How are you likely to deal with that? Because are you admitting students now, or would you wait for NEET? What happens, sir?
See, there are specific category of the students who are, I see rightly pointed. There are students who are waiting for the NEET, but at the same time, we have already commenced the admission process for the science program, and maybe for the allied sciences in healthcare. I think that it will take some more time. Maybe in the month of August only we will start, but that is only there at the Kochi campus. But for programs like data science, programs like integrated physics programs, integrated mathematics, integrated chemistry, all those programs we have already commenced the admission.
Mm-hmm.
And the even if they are getting through NEET or any other central entrance test, they can, of course, they are free to withdraw. There is no issue.
Okay. Sir, in Amravati campus, there is a specific note that you put up that BTech admissions would not happen at the Amravati campus. Any reason that you have for that?
No, it is because of the slowdown in the construction because of this COVID pandemic. Primarily because of that, yeah.
So, what are the courses that Amravati would take at this point, sir?
We will have almost all the programs offered at Chennai campus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lastly, sir, on the management quota, I'm so happy that you're so transparent in this matter. There is a link for management quota. So, can you explain to the students out here of how you're going to work on the management quota seats, sir?
See, the management quota seats will be filled only with the based on the merit.
Okay.
We cannot say that the lower mark or the candidates with lower board marks will be given admission. Okay. We are strict on that. The reason is that we have faced a lot of issues when it comes to placement.
Okay.
See, it is easy to get admission, but finally, at the end of the day, if you are not able to place them, then we have to carry the baggage, as you rightly said. We have to carry the baggage. So to avoid that, we will have it based on the merit, and fees will be slightly, maybe 10% varied from the merit fees, not more than that. Even then, the selection process is going to be based on the +2 marks.
Sir, on the IOE, Amrita is now an Institute of Eminence, right? How has it impacted the student outcomes, and what are the things that it has enabled, that status has enabled you to implement, execute, so that there are better outcomes for the students?
So basically, IOE we got just last year only, right. And we have already started working with industry. And I should also mention that last week our students got placed in Cisco. That is for the 2021 batch, not this batch, 2021 pass out batch. And same way, what I have felt is that student outcome is possible, or students can be given better placements only if there is enough skill. And if we think of skill, we need to have more and more industrial collaborations. So the Institute of Eminence tag will help us to get better industrial collaborations. The first thing. Second thing is that those who want to go abroad, Not at the moment. I'm thinking of maybe after 2 or 3 years or 4 years, by the time when the current students will pass out, so they will have a better option of joining best universities across the globe. Because since Amrita is ranked fourth in the country with the Institute of Eminence tag, so that is why we primarily wanted to make the admission policy also the same way, and we have started admitting the candidates with SAT score. We have very good number of applicants coming with the SAT score because they are not able to go abroad. So these things all put together, if we are able to get the industrial collaboration and the quality students, I think the students who come into the system and when they go out after 4 years, they can make wonders.
Sir, because you said study abroad, you actually have a very good program with University of Arizona.
Exactly.
Can you elaborate on that, sir, for the students? Because a lot of students might be looking at this being a pathway to actually study at University of Arizona.
See, there are several options. In fact, the first option is the student exchange program, where we can send our student from Amrita. It is possible for the students to go abroad in their universities, and it is possible for them to spend 1 year time. That is the last year BTech. If they are willing, and if they are interested, they can of course continue with the same research domain, because almost all of them work in the research projects. So after the BTech, after graduating from Amrita, they can still continue working with the University of Arizona on several projects, and even they can go up to MS as well as PhD. The second option is that there are a lot of online courses available, where we will say that okay, if they take online courses from University of Arizona, we will make it equivalent to Amrita curriculum. Okay, and the another MOU is that 3+2 BTech MS program.
That's right.
So that also is possible. So there are several options. Apart from this, they can always go for internship.
And sir, a lot of students in the current times have this worry about placements, whether the placement should be impacted and all. Of course, students who are coming in now might not be impacted because they come passing out 4 years down the line, and surely we'll all overcome this problem. But how do you see the placements panning out over this year and next year, sir?
Definitely there will be a challenge. There is no doubt about that. Fortunately, we don't have, as Amrita as a university, the offers have not been gone down. Maybe one or two companies have shut down, but we still have the option for the students. But my feeling is that, and what we read and realize from the current situation is that there is no other option other than to take up whatever job is offered at the moment, and that also they should be able to upskill themselves during this time. So taking online courses, moving with technology, because now you see that it's all blended learning, and more educational startups are coming, and there will definitely be a surge in manufacturing industry once the lockdown is removed, because our healthcare sector is too weak, and to upgrade the healthcare sector, you need manufacturing. There is no doubt. So given that context, moving with technology, maybe 2 years down the line, it may be possible that you will have a better picture. But at the moment, they will have to wait. So that is why I believe most of the students are preferring to go for MTech.
And last question, sir, can you, for the students, explain your 7 campuses and where they are and what exactly they specialize in? Or in whatever way you want to explain about those 7 campuses and the specializations that you offer in those campuses.
Okay, 7 campuses, you mean all the campuses or only engineering campuses?
Okay. No, sir, all campuses, sir. I want for all campuses at this point.
Okay. So let me start from if you take the India map, I'll start from the bottom.
Yes.
So it is, the first is Amritapuri. Amritapuri campus has got School of Biotechnology, School of Arts and Sciences, School of Engineering, School of Ayurveda, and School of Management. So we have almost like 19 to 20 programs offered there. There are engineering programs offered. I should say that it's BTech AI, BTech CSE, BTech Mechanical Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Electronics and Communication, Electrical and Computer, Electronics and Computer, Then, if you come to arts and sciences, we have started BCA in data science. There is BCA program, MCA program, data science with mathematics, 5-year integrated program. We have 5-year integrated program offered with scientific computing. Then there is program offered in MBA English. Then BBA is there, BCom is there, MCom is there, MBA. I think there is nothing which we can keep away as far as the arts and science is concerned. Then we have Master of Business Administration, School of Biotechnology. School of Biotechnology is one of the premier institutions in India. They have very fantastic research labs. And we have BSc Biotechnology, BSc Microbiology, MSc Microbiology, MSc Bioinformatics, and MSc Biotechnology. Then apart from that, we have the Ayurveda School of Ayurveda. So all this put together, it is the Amardapuri campus. And if you travel to Cochin.
And how many students have Amardapuri, sir?
Amardapuri, it is somewhere between 3,700 and 4,000.
Yes.
And most of the maybe 70% are residents. Okay, and we have campus hostels. Then it will be totally green if you come to the Kerala. So it's a coastal area. But we have all the amenities available inside the campus. We have Wi-Fi and everything, including the hostel. So if you travel to Cochin, we do have the healthcare campus and arts and science. Arts and science, again, it is almost the same program so far, but they have visual media programs. Healthcare campus has all the healthcare programs. There alone you will find out almost like 120 programs. That includes the certification diploma, PG diploma, MBBS, MDMS, PG, then BDS, pharmacy, all programs, all related with all allied sciences programs we have in Kochi campus. And we have a school of management also. And I should say that it includes the healthcare campus includes pharmacy. Pharmacy is one of the important sector that is coming up now.
Yeah.
And then you would come to Coimbatore campus. Coimbatore campus is primarily an engineering campus, but we do have mass communication, which is when compared with other campuses, they don't have it. Mass communication. Then there are arts and science programs. Then we have a school of business within the campus. And something like 7,000 students, including the faculty members, reside in the campus, and it is lush green, almost like 400 acres of the campus. This is the headquarters of Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, and this has been in education excellence for the past 25 years. So we have been in the I think it started almost way back, maybe in 1995, 96, those times. Started with something called as Amrita Institute of Technology and Science, ITech. So then you go to Chennai campus. Chennai campus is the new one. Last year we commenced, and there we have only BTech programs offered. Then it is Bangalore campus. Bangalore campus also has both management school as well as engineering school of engineering. Bangalore campus also has got something somewhere between 2,200 to 2,500 people in the campus. Most of them residing in the campus only. And we have a Mysore campus in Mysore, and even that campus also is completely for arts and sciences. Almost all the arts and science programs are offered there. So all put together, it is something like 20,000 students across the campuses, across the programs, and we have a strong alumni network. Those who have excelled in academics and placements are now CEOs and managing directors of several companies. So that is the total picture of Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and visit Careers 360 website for more details.